Thursday, and that means we are back in Lynn Matava's kitchen. Lynn is a nutrition educator with the University of Maryland Extension. If you're looking for a great way to incorporate more greens into your dishes, then she has a perfect Greek recipe for you. Let's check it out.
I'm going to show you something today that is really quick and easy to do. It's nutritious, it's also delicious, and it might be something outside of a recipe you've tasted before. So we're going to make something that's based off of a Greek recipe called Spinach Orzo, which is a spinach and rice recipe that I got to try when I was traveling last year, and so I decided to recreate it with orzo. So this is really simple. We're just going to use a half a box of orzo pasta. We're going to use an entire 16-ounce bag of chopped frozen spinach. We're going to use probably about, I'd say, 2 ounces of feta cheese, or 2 1-inch cubes of feta cheese broken up. We're going to use half of a lemon. So the first thing that we are going to do is bring a pot of water to a boil, and we're going to pour a half of this box of the orzo in. And then we're going to set the timer for 5 minutes exactly and let that boil. When the timer goes off, we are going to add this entire box of chopped spinach in there, or the bag of boxed spinach in there. And we are going to allow this to cook, set the timer again for 4 more minutes. At 9 minutes, we're going to strain all of it as well as we can and get a lot of the water out. It's very important that we don't cook this longer than 9 minutes, because that is the time on the box that it's listed for al dente. Al dente is an Italian word that means to the teeth, which means it has a little bite to it still. It's not really mushy pasta yet. But this spinach is so full of water, the pasta will keep absorbing the water, so we don't want to cook this too much longer than that. And once we get that out of our off our stove and drained really well, we're going to put it in a bowl. You can see that made quite a bit of this pasta and spinach mix. And this is really super simple at this point. We are just going to add a half a lemon. You could have used some of the zest here if you wanted, that would have been delicious. I'm just going to do this upside down so I don't end up with a bunch of seeds in our mix. That way I can catch those seeds and kind of put them off to the side. To that, I'm going to also add about 2 cubic inches of feta, and I'll save just a little bit to decorate it at the end with. Sprinkle in a little bit of pepper, maybe half a teaspoon, a little bit of salt, even less, probably about a 1/4 teaspoon I use there. And then I'm going to use about, say, 2 tablespoons of olive oil here. And then all we're going to do is mix this together. Other great additions you could add that would be very traditional in this is some chopped up dill, if you had some dill growing in your garden. And it's called dill weed for a reason. It does grow like a weed, and it makes a big statement in the garden. So if you happen to grow some, you could certainly add this here. And then you could also add a little bit of garlic. I just happen to be out of garlic at the moment, so you could use fresh, you could use the dried stuff. I don't usually typically like the dried stuff as much, so I'm going to leave that out today. And then we're going to put it in a prettier dish to serve. Whoops. It's very heavy. And very cool because this is a very large bowl of pasta, and this is 4 servings. 4 very hearty servings for a main course. You could do even less if you wanted to do it for a side. I'm going to top it with just a little bit more of that feta because it's so pretty, and that's going to add a little bit of nice saltiness and flavor. So for only 330 calories a serving, we have 16% of your daily fiber needs, 16% of your daily protein needs, 22% of our iron that we need a day, and 18% of our calcium. That is a nutrient-packed dish. It's also got a lot of good vitamin A and vitamin C and other nutrients in there from the spinach. So it's a great way to enjoy pasta and also get some extra veggies in. So Super quick, super simple, and it's also delicious. I hope you try this one, and if you do, let us know what you think.
And as a reminder, we do have all of Lynn's recipes on our website. To find them, just log on to 47abc.com and then click on the Good Morning Delmarva page.